Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll discuss about some manga that I dropped from reading. This does not mean I'll totally won't pick them up forever, some of them maybe. So hopefully you enjoy this video and you may also share some of the manga you also dropped in the comment section. Now let's get started. Let's start with a popular one. I didn't start reading the manga of My Hero Academia from the start. I first watched the first season of the anime before reading the manga. The season 1 is so good that I cannot wait season 2, so I jumped ahead to the source material. That's when everything started to fall down. I stopped reading the manga after the battle between Class 1A and 1B, now for the 1 million question. Why? First, I slowly disliked Midoriya or Deku as the main lead. Deku started strong on season 1. He has confidence that he can do something for others and become a hero despite not having any quirk. His ambition brought him to write down and memorize all heroes. This confidence annoyed Bakugo as Deku started to defy him despite being quirkless. He have the heart and determination that the other heroes lacks, which I believe is the reason why all might choose him to be his successor. However, Deku started to have conflicts within himself after receiving One for All. He became lamer and always doubt his decisions. While I understand that the writer wants to give Deku some character growth, I believe that he overdid it. And seriously. A lot of manga volumes and chapters have passed and Deku can only effectively use One for All by breaking his bones. Not cool. I understand that he can only use a small amount of One for All, but dude, his progress is very slow. I think he can only use 5% when I drop the manga. Just imagine how long before he could reach 90% or more. By the time it was introduced that the past successors of One for All can teach their quirks to Deku, I'm not excited anymore. When he tried to use the quirk of a successor the first time, he nearly self-destruct again. Boy, this protagonist can't have a proper power. I also didn't find any other characters to look forward to within Class 1A to at least cover Deku. The villains? Toga overshadow the others and the rest are wannabe edgelord. Another character I disliked and one of the reason I dropped the manga is All Might. One of the worst teacher in anime. The only time I felt him as a teacher is when he trained Deku by cleaning a random beach. After that, he just became a background character until he fought All for One. And then he became a background character again. Seriously. When his student is literally destroying his body, all who could do is give him a warning. He even passed Deku to his previous teacher to teach him how to properly control One for All. I'm not saying he should have molded Deku after him. For example, Jiraiya from Naruto passed down the technique Rasengan to Naruto. During this training arc, Jiraiya just gave the base of the technique to Naruto and let him find a way how to develop it. Jiraiya leaves Naruto on his own while training, but he still keeps an eye on him. When Naruto hits the wall, Jiraiya is willing to give Naruto a hint and help him back on his track. All Might also fell short when giving Deku moral and emotional support during the time his student is being shrouded with doubt and self-loathing. Just look at Reigen from Mob Psycho. Reigen can't help much when Mob fights, but when Mob needs someone to show him direction and lift up his spirit, Reigen never fails Mob. He never brushed off Mob emotional problems. I believe that the writer of My Hero Academia planned to kill All Might with his fight against All for One, but he stepped back as he feared that the readers might retaliate. I don't know if this series changed so much lately, but I'll return back someday, maybe when the whole anime community start to sing praises that My Hero Academia finally reached the peak of being a shonen anime. So to all who doesn't know this manga, it is basically a combination of skilled teaser Takagi-san and Don't Bully Me Nagatoro. The titular character Anju always teases her classmate Seto with a small amount of eki included. And just like the male leads from the other series, Seto can't compose himself and get bewildered when getting teased by Anju. It's a good manga when you catch up to the latest chapters of the 2 previous series. However, I dropped the manga around chapter 60 or so. Why? No progress. Despite Anju giving a very huge and obvious signal that she loves Seto, our male lead is dense and oblivious. He's whiny and too much self-loathing. He is not being portrayed as stupid as his achievement is getting good grades, and yet he wonders why Anju always stay with him and do a lot of things for him. I also don't like the side couple Toyota and Seto's friend. Their chemistry sucks and can't pick up the mess the main couple leave behind. I'll probably just read the ending when the manga ends. Do I still have to say why I dropped this manga? 3 words only. Trash. Shit. Garbage. This manga is a big waste. It have horror, action, mystery, and thriller. I got hooked when I first read it and did not stop reading until I catch up to the latest chapter. Our protagonist got trapped on a world where they have to survive from being attacked by masked murderers while uncovering the mystery of the world they're in. Everything is great until they introduced the god mask. I managed to keep on staying when the owner of the god mask can control the other mask. I thought it will make the threat of the masks much bigger when they become more organized and it will further make the fights more exciting. Little did I know that the writer will throw everything out of the window and change the manga into full shonen. The horror, mystery, and thriller got thrown out of the window. The feared masked murderers became fodder as our characters became super-powered. They catch bullet with their hands, teleport from different dimensions and other god-like powers. It's like I'm reading Junji Ito manga and then the next volume became Dragon Ball. The writer probably run out of ideas and decided to change the manga in 360. But for me, it is not a gamble that paid off. A harem manga that started well and then became a fan service shit. Look, I know that the waifu I choose have a low chance to win our protagonist heart. I did not drop the manga because of it. The reason I dropped this mess of a harem rom-com is because it dragged so much. I know that the story have to end once they found out who is the promised girl, so the writer have to toss the plot behind to keep the manga longer, and it's fine to me. The problem is the detour is not interesting. The manga only get interesting when the main plot get involved. Once it is out of sight, the side stories makes the manga boring. The one manga I can say that did this style much better than Nisekoi is the quintessential quintuplets. It also have the theme of the promised girl and have to put aside the main plot to make the manga longer, but it did not become boring. The characters' arcs and their growth is good that I sometimes forgot that the main plot exist. Nisekoi is another case of quality forgotten for the sake of money. Who is my waifu? She did not win, but I'll still keep it a secret. Yamada is a high school boy feared by others due to his appearance, but everything changes when he found out that he can swap bodies with another person by kissing. He later found out that 7 other students will also obtain supernatural powers. It's up to Yamada and his friends to search for those people they call witches and find out the mystery of their school. Not gonna lie. This is a good harem rom-com manga but also became a victim of money matters. I like all the characters in this manga and the story as well, but the writer dragged the story for so long that I didn't care for the ending anymore. There is a lot of point in the manga where it could have ended nicely and give everyone a good ending. But it did not. Just when Yamada find the solution to all through his determination and help of his friends, the writer will throw a wrench to mess up everything again. Over and over. I just checked up the ending and it is the same ending that everyone expected. It could have been one of my top harem manga. Such a waste. I'm sure everyone who will watch this video at least know the story of One Piece. I'll be honest with you all. I started reading the manga after the Whitebeard vs. Navy arc. I watched One Piece since I was young and remained an anime watcher only until that arc. The Whitebeard vs. Navy arc for me is the best arc, and so I really got hyped to watch more. Sadly, the anime nearly catch up with the manga, so the anime have to lie low and start feeding us filler episodes again. So I jumped in the manga and I'm cool with it at first until I stopped reading at the beginning of the Wano arc. My reason is just simple, I'm getting tired with One Piece modus operandi. Straw Hats landed on a new island. Get separated. Found out the inhabitants were being mistreated by the ruler of the island. Kick the ruler's ass and his minions. Add some lore, cameo or background story of a recurring character like a navy, warlord or another pirate. The people will party for being freed and the Straw Hats will then go back to the sea. Then repeat it all over again. I'm getting sick of it since I'm watching that pattern since the start of One Piece. Also, the manga started to have a lot of dialogues that sometimes the bubble speech take up the whole page. I understand that their adventure is part of getting stronger, knowing more character stories, and getting more allies for the Straw Hats. But I'm not enjoying their adventure anymore unlike before. I'll come back when this manga reached its climax. Maybe I'll go back to watching anime to easily catch up once the finale arrives. So we finally reached to the video's ending. I think I also dropped some more manga, but these are the notable ones that I remember. If I remember the others, I may create a new video for them. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.